Your aim during the first phase of a coaching session is to help the coachee build up a clear and accurate picture of an area of life in which there is scope for positive change. The coachee will draw upon their memories, their imagination, and their knowledge and assemble a brand new portrait of how things currently are. Your role will be a bit like that of a cinematographer. Your questions and statements will prompt the coachee to shift their focus, cutting from one viewpoint to another. You will invite them to zoom out to the big picture of their situation, where they can take in elements they've not yet noticed and where they can get everything in perspective, and to zoom in on the telling details, the nitty-gritty of how things work. To do this effectively, you'll need to make use of the 4 awareness tools in addition to the audience tools. The first of these is reflection. To use this tool, you repeat back something that the coachee has either just said or that they've said earlier in the conversation. You can either use different words to the coachees, which encourages a new perspective, or you can use the same words they used. People are not used to hearing their thoughts coming out of someone else's mouth. You can turn the reflection into a question, perhaps asking the coachee what they meant by what they said, or you can make a statement for the coachee to respond to. What you reflect back becomes a springboard for fresh thought. The second tool is direct questions. You ask a straightforward question that begs as an answer a description of how things are. Such questions function as signposts for the attention. They direct a person's thoughts towards a topic and invite them to offer their thoughts about it. Direct questions prompt the coachee to consider something that they haven't yet focused on. They provide a great way to shift the camera. Tool number 3 is others' points of view. You ask the coachee how someone else involved sees things. Without this tool being used, coachees tend to describe everything from their own first-person point of view or from generalized third-person points of view, as if they were omniscient narrators. But using this tool forces them to cut directly to the first-person point of view of someone else. The fourth tool is summarizing. This tool is needed at the end of the aware phase, but you can use it earlier too if you like. Summarizing draws together what the coachee has said at different times in the conversation, ideally hanging all the coachee has said on a few main points. This creates an overview that organizes the coachee's thoughts for them. As the coachee comments on and corrects your summary, they will make the leap to the big picture perspective that is needed for all strategic thinking. You can get a feel for all 4 tools by playing the breakfast game. You start by choosing who will play the part of the coach for the first round and who will adopt the roles of coachee and observer. The coach has 2 aims: to use all 4 tools and to build up as clear and complete a picture as possible of the real-life scene that morning in which the coachee had breakfast. If there's time, the coach can also ask about what the coachee might do differently in future breakfasts. The observer's 3 aims are to keep track of the tools used, to time a 7-minute round of play, and to notice anything that the others might find interesting when they talk about it in the review afterwards. The coachee just responds naturally to the coach's questions and statements. It's simple enough. I hope you enjoy playing.